What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Walkthrough Wednesday here at Petty's Garage. We're going to start off talking about this Mustang. Sparky, tell me a little bit about what we got going on here.
This is getting a whole lot of upgrades. We did a supercharger, coilover suspension front and rear, upgraded calipers on the front. The calipers are going to be powder coated Petty blue. It's got upgraded sway bars front and rear. It's got the Petty and Special Edition interior. It's getting stripe work done at the body shop. It's going to be a Warrior remake.
Step plate right there, signature Petty's Garage, pretty cool too. And then I believe this thing's going to get some forged line wheels and Continental tires on it. Before we move on, you guys need to check out our track edition rear strut bars we sell here at Petty's Garage. We've been doing a few videos with them on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff. So check us out. You can buy these at pettysgarage.com. We're going to go over here and check out this El Camino. It's a little different than the El Camino that we've been showing you guys. But what do we got going on here, Sparky?
This one has a little man with a hammer inside it, so it's getting a new engine put in it.
I've never been the biggest El Camino fan, but if I were to buy one, I feel like I'd buy this color red El Camino. Yeah, I like this color red with like the black stripes on it. I think it's best looking out of all of them. But
yeah, lower the hood on that one, Sparky. Let's see what we're talking about here. Oh, you got a little cowl back there.
And that's vacuum actuated.
It's what a what?
It's vacuum actuated.
Alright, now let's check out this Challenger that's very similar to the strut bar I showed you guys earlier.
So this one come in today. It's got quite a bit of maintenance stuff being done to it. Just good go over, make sure everything's in proper working order. They are getting some upgrades. They're getting a new JTL intake. They're getting forged line wheels with Continental tires, some plugs. It's also going to have the tune looked at and make sure that it's in good shape, making as much power as it can possibly make.
But we did not install the supercharger here, right? We're going back.
No, the supercharger that's on this car was not installed here. It was installed by another place. The guy just bought this car not long ago, so he's having us go over to make sure everything's as good as it can be.
Aren't we doing something to the hood?
Yeah, the hood is in the body shop now. It was the solid B5 blue, and it's going to be flat black.
Match the stripes.
Yep.
See, up there you couldn't even notice. The brake calipers are painted the same color as the car.
Hey, and to remind the people, where can they see and follow the transformation?
Petty's Garage.
On Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter.
Yeah, let him do it.
At Petty's Garage. This is one of our old King Premier Edition Mustangs coming in for a little tune-up. We're going to put some new tires on it, get alignment, mess with the suspension a little bit, and get it back on the road. Richard, I see we've got some updates on the El Camino over here.
Yeah, it's we got it off the plate, just about ready to send it to the body shop.
Last time we saw it, it had a hood on it and motor, and there was seats inside. So what you got going on?
Yeah, well, we pulled it all apart, pulled the cage out of it. It's a bolt-in cage, but it's bolting right into the chassis. But got all the cage out, got it welded up, got the spoiler off of it. You had to take the engine transmission out. Obviously don't want that to go to the body shop and get dusty.
Yeah.
But had to finish the tunnel underneath, so welded in the bottom side of the tunnel and cleaned all that up. Kind of working on some of the floor bracing I had to cut and clearance for the drive shaft. So trying to get all that tidied up and ground up before it goes to the body shop.
So you put all the pieces of the puzzle together and then took it back apart?
Partially back apart. We took the hood off. We had to fit the cow flap in it. So you got to make sure all that mess fits before they paint it, because the last thing you want is to paint it and then put it together and like, oh man.
Yeah.
And then you have to go and repaint. So we put it mostly together. It'll go to the body shop pretty much as is. They'll get all the body work done, make sure all the lines are straight. Then we'll break you know, the doors and fenders off of it, pull the body off the chassis. And I've got a few things to do with the chassis after the body comes off, but very few, and then we'll send that off to powder coat. Well, Andrew's been working on fitting the cowl door to the hood. You know, all this is aftermarket parts, so, and they bolt in. There's several pieces to the puzzle, so you have to, you know, fit it all in. We had to make a few shims to make sure the level of the door was correct. We still have to come in and make a few oblong holes to make sure the gaps are right. We've got a little more gap at the front, which you have to have, because when the door opens, it tips forward. But we also have to put a little bit more shape in the front of the hood there for the cowl door. But it's like that with any of the aftermarket parts you buy. You have to kind of work with them a little bit to make them fit just how you want them.
Why are all these holes in there?
It has a badging that says cowl induction.
Okay.
Oh, so it's just like the one over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
If I'm not mistaken, the hoods are the same for the 70 and that 71. The grills are different, the headlights are different, but I'm pretty sure the hoods are, if they're not the same, they're extremely similar. So
Let's go check out this Charger. I see you've got some new stuff going on the right front over here.
yeah, I think we talked about in one of the previous videos, it had been hit really hard over here, like back in the 70s. And so got it all cut apart. Andrew's actually working on this. You know, this car's gonna get vintage air, so while we had part of the cowl off, it's easier to go ahead and patch the, you know, the fresh air vent hole than to try to weld it up from the bottom side. So we'll get that in. Andrew's cleaning it up. You know, we're gonna dolly some of the firewall out. We're gonna cut part of it out and patch it where it's beat up. But you know, that's the old where the blower motor was. So you know, we'll just patch pretty much the whole firewall up there. Once he gets that stuff done, we'll piece in the frame rail, fender apron, and the upper cowl. The old, I don't know that we got video of it before it came apart, but the old original frame rail, it was all buckled in here, and supposedly it was fixed at a dealership, at a Chrysler dealership in the 70s, and it was hammered and looked like a sack of walnuts on the frame rail and the cowl section. So the best option for us in talking with the customer was just to replace the whole piece rather than cutting sections of a frame rail out and piecing it back together. So when it's all said and done, it'll look like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah. Probably make everything fit a little bit better too.
Fit better, it'll be stronger, it'll just be better all the way around.
Gonna put our strut bar up now. My man Randy back here, he hand packages these things. They're hand fabricated, hand painted, hand packed. Get them at pettysgarage.com and watch our videos on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Keep up with us. We post updates about what we're doing, what we're building, what we got going on, and get your strut bar at pettysgarage.com. See you guys next week.